Have you ever noticed small changes in your body and wondered whether they are just natural signs of aging or something else? As men age, their bodies begin to show certain signs. Some are obvious, some are more subtle, and there is even one that you might smell before you see. These changes are not random. They are clear indications of how the body adapts over time. In this video, we will uncover 4 telltale signs of aging in men. 1 related to smell, 2 that cause certain body parts to grow larger, and 1 that makes another part smaller. Some of these changes happen gradually, while others may suddenly take you by surprise, making you look in the mirror one day and wonder, when did this happen? Stick around until the end, because you might discover an explanation for a change you've noticed but never fully understood. More importantly, you'll learn what, if anything, you can do to adapt or improve. The first sign, the distinct smell of aging. Have you ever noticed that some older people have a particular scent, even if they maintain good hygiene? If you have ever visited a nursing home or spent time around elderly individuals, you may have picked up on this. This has nothing to do with perfume choices or personal cleanliness. It actually originates from changes at the cellular level. As people age, their skin begins to produce a compound called non-enal. Some people don't detect this scent at all, while others describe it as slightly grassy, waxy, or even stale. This smell occurs when fatty acids in the skin undergo oxidation. Unlike typical body odor caused by bacteria breaking down sweat, non-enal binds to fabrics, lingers on the skin, and resists being washed away with regular soap. This explains why some people continue to notice this scent even after showering. In younger individuals, the skin regenerates more quickly, washing away excess oils and preventing non-enal from accumulating. However, as people age, their skin renewal slows down, allowing this compound to build up over time. Take Richard, a 74-year-old retired engineer. Richard started noticing that his shirt seemed to retain a certain scent even after being washed. One day, his granddaughter told him, "Grandpa, you smell like old books and wood." Surprisingly, this is a common way people describe this odor. At first, he assumed it was due to his cologne or laundry detergent, but when switching products made no difference, he realized the scent was coming from his own skin. He wasn't alone. Studies show that from the age of 40, the body begins producing non-enal in small amounts. However, by the time men reach their 70s, this scent becomes much more noticeable. The good news is that while you can't stop your body from producing non-enal, you can reduce its buildup. Using the right soap, especially those designed to remove excess oils, can be more effective than regular body washes. Consuming antioxidant-rich foods such as green tea, citrus fruits, and leafy greens may help reduce oxidative stress and slow the process. Properly washing clothes with baking soda or using odor-neutralizing sprays designed for aging skin can help eliminate the scent that clings to fabrics. So, if you've ever wondered why your body scent has changed over the years, now you know. It's not your imagination, and it's not just about hygiene. It's a natural part of aging that every older man experiences at some point. An expanding waistline is one of the most common signs of aging in men. And it's not just about eating a little too much or skipping workouts. As men get older, their metabolism naturally slows down. Muscle mass decreases, while hormonal changes make it easier to store fat, especially in the abdomen. You might have noticed that even if you're eating the same way you did in your 40s or 50s, your waistline keeps expanding. The main reason is declining testosterone levels, which reduce the body's ability to maintain lean muscle. Since muscle burns more calories than fat, losing muscle means burning fewer calories overall. This metabolic shift makes it easier for excess calories to turn into belly fat than before. And for many men, this isn't just about appearance, it's about how they feel. You may have noticed that your shirts feel tighter, bending over is more difficult or carrying extra weight makes movement less comfortable. Take Frank, a 76-year-old man who was always lean in his younger years. Even though his diet hadn't changed much, he suddenly noticed his belly sticking out more while his arms and legs appeared thinner. At first, he blamed it on aging, but what he didn't realize was that his body was redistributing fat, storing more in the abdomen while muscle mass in his limbs decreased. The problem isn't just about appearance. Studies show that excess belly fat in older men increases the risk of heart disease, diabetes, and even cognitive decline. Unlike fat stored elsewhere in the body, visceral fat in the abdomen is more metabolically active, releasing inflammatory chemicals that impact everything from blood pressure to brain health. This is why men with larger waistlines in their 70s and 80s often experience higher levels of fatigue, joint pain, and even sleep disturbances. So, what can be done? Resistance training is one of the most effective ways to counteract muscle loss and prevent metabolism from slowing down too much. Prioritizing protein in your diet helps maintain lean mass while keeping you full longer, making weight management easier. Avoiding processed carbohydrates and added sugars can help regulate insulin levels and prevent further fat accumulation. While gaining some belly fat is a natural part of aging, allowing it to grow unchecked can lead to serious health risks. If you've noticed your midsection expanding despite eating and exercising the same way, it's not just your imagination, it's your body adapting to natural hormonal shifts with age. If you're still watching and finding this information valuable, comment number 2 below to let me know you're here. And if you haven't subscribed yet, be sure to hit subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss any new videos. Now, let's move forward to the next sign. 3. The mystery of growing ears. You might not notice it right away, but over time your ears are actually getting bigger. Unlike muscles that shrink or fat that redistributes, your ears continue to grow well into old age, and it's not just your imagination. This happens because cartilage, the flexible tissue that makes up most of your outer ear, never stops growing. At the same time, gravity pulls the ears downward, stretching them over the years and making them appear even larger. If you've ever looked at an old photograph and thought, wait, my ears weren't this big before, you're not mistaken. Studies show that ears grow by about 0.22 millimeters per year, meaning that by the time a man reaches his 70s or 80s, his ears can be noticeably larger than they were in his youth. This change happens gradually, so you might not notice it year by year, but over the decades, the difference adds up. Take George, a 78-year-old retired teacher. In his younger years, his ears were well proportioned to his face. But one day, while looking at an old wedding photo, he was shocked to see how much they had changed. They weren't just larger, they appeared longer and droopier. Even more, he noticed that his earlobes, once firm and rounded, had become thinner and stretched out, making his ears look even bigger. This is something almost every older man experiences, yet few talk about. Since cartilage keeps growing, while the skin loses elasticity, ears naturally elongate over time. Can anything be done? While you can't completely stop cartilage growth, you can slow down the drooping effect by keeping your skin hydrated by drinking enough water daily, eating collagen-boosting foods like salmon, eggs, leafy greens, and vitamin C-rich fruits, protecting your skin from excessive sun exposure as UV rays accelerate aging and reduce skin elasticity. Skincare products can help maintain their texture over time. At the end of the day, growing ears are simply a natural part of aging, just like wrinkles or gray hair. It's not a sign of poor health. It's just nature's way of ensuring you can still hear the world around you. The case of the disappearing calves. As men age, one of the most noticeable physical changes often happens in the legs, particularly in the calves. One day, you might look down and realize that your once strong, well-defined calves have lost their shape. It's not just about losing weight. This is a natural process called muscle atrophy, where muscle mass gradually decreases over time. But why does this happen? Hormonal decline. As testosterone and growth hormone levels drop with age, the body loses muscle faster than it can rebuild. Reduced activity. Many older men become less active without realizing it. Even if you still walk daily, you're likely not engaging your calf muscles the way you used to, especially if running, jumping, or heavy lifting are no longer part of your routine. Changes in circulation. Over time, blood flow to the legs decreases, making it harder for muscles to stay strong and recover. Meet Robert. Take Robert, a 75-year-old who spent most of his career on his feet. He always had strong, muscular calves, but in his late 60s, he noticed they were getting thinner and weaker. Even simple movements, like climbing stairs or standing up from a chair without using his hands, became more challenging. At first, he thought it was just aging, but in reality, his muscles were shrinking due to inactivity and hormonal shifts. Why this matters: losing calf muscle isn't just about looks. It has real health consequences. Weaker calves affect balance, increasing the risk of falls. Reduced muscle mass slows down walking speed, making daily activities harder. Studies show that men with lower calf muscle mass struggle more with mobility and independence in their later years. That's why maintaining lower body strength is one of the biggest factors in staying active and self-sufficient as you age. The good news: you can fight back. Muscle loss isn't inevitable. You can slow it down or even reverse some of it with the right approach. Simple exercises, calf raises, resistance band training, and brisk walking on an incline help rebuild muscle and improve circulation. Strength training. Even light weightlifting can make a significant difference over time. Protein intake. Eating enough lean meats, eggs, dairy, or plant-based proteins helps support muscle maintenance and recovery. If you've noticed your calves shrinking, it's not too late to do something about it. By staying active and making small changes to your routine, you can keep your legs strong and mobile well into your later years. So, have you noticed this change? If you've looked down and noticed your calves getting thinner or feeling weaker, don't ignore it. The good news? This is one aging sign you can do something about. Taking action now will help you stay strong, mobile, and independent for years to come. If you're still watching and finding these insights valuable, comment 4 below to let me know you're here. And if you haven't subscribed yet, hit that subscribe button and turn on the bell so you never miss a new video. Final thoughts. Now that we've explored 4 subtle yet telling signs of aging in men, take a moment to reflect. How many of these have you noticed in yourself or others? Aging is a journey. While some changes are inevitable, understanding them gives you the power to take better care of yourself. Whether it's staying active to maintain muscle strength, paying attention to skin health, or making small lifestyle tweaks, these little efforts add up to help you age with confidence and vitality. But here's the key: aging isn't something to fear. It's something to embrace. Every wrinkle, every shift in your body, and even the subtle scent of time tells a story of experience, resilience, and wisdom. Instead of worrying about these changes, focus on what you can do to stay healthy, strong, and feeling like the best version of yourself. Now, we want to hear from you. What stood out to you the most? Have you noticed any of these changes in yourself? Are there others you've observed that we didn't mention? Drop a comment below and share one thing you learned today and how you plan to apply it to your life. Your insights matter to us, and we love hearing from you. Reading your comments motivates and inspires us to keep creating content that helps you. If you enjoyed this video, please like, subscribe, and share. Your support helps us reach more people who can benefit from this information. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.